Hello everyone, Chad Mazzini here. Today I'm talking about incident response. So, I've talked about in many of my videos, especially the ones recently, about different types of attacks, more common attacks like denial of service or malware or, pick the type of attack or vulnerability. And the one thing that most companies have problems with is responding to an incident when it comes to security. So many small companies, medium, even large size companies that I come across, they don't know how to deal with certain security events, or even some network events like regular some small medium businesses, they have their one business relies on a single internet connection, and when that internet connection goes down, they freak out. They don't know what to do. They haven't anticipated their connection going down, so they haven't ordered backup. They don't have a hot site or a warm site or a cloud solution or something that that can keep them afloat while their ISP builds up or repairs the primary circuit. Similarly, this happens in security. So, example, your company's under a denial of service attack. What do? Most companies don't sit there and plan out what's going to happen in the event that my main circuit is under denial of service. Have you ordered a DDoS solution? Have you gone an ISP with a DDoS solution that they can offer you? Some ISPs, if you're under denial of service attack and you call, the only option they're going to give you is not route your traffic or provide more bandwidth. By definition, an ISP is there to provide you internet. They're not there to provide you security. Some of them have security services that they will bolt onto your solution at an additional cost. But then again, that is more of like a managed service that they're adding on top of your internet pipe that you've ordered. It's very important to sit down and go over your security protocol, your incident response. Whether it's either a security event such as a denial of service, on the network layer, or how about if you got hit with a ransomware attack and all of your machines are now encrypted? Do you have backups in place? This is more like it's incident response, but it's also security operations. You need to be agile enough and prepared, because these attacks will happen. Your internet connection will go down. At some point during your business time, your internet connection is going to go down. Denial of service attacks, you're not immune because you're a small, medium business with 5 computers or 3 locations, right? Attacks don't only happen against Visa and Microsoft and, these big companies. They happen against small businesses too. If you're in business and you rely on the internet or technology to accomplish your goals, this is a must, right? Just like you'll plan, hopefully, that if your store gets flooded, right, you have a way to continue business, business continuity planning, disaster recovery planning, right? If you are a technology company, what happens if there's a localized event? So I'm in Toronto. I have a location here in Toronto. I provide, e-commerce services and stuff like that. Let's say I host all that stuff myself. If there's a flood in Toronto and my services are cut off, either from my ISP, from power, or my building itself, how am I going to continue my business? Okay? Do I have a cloud solution that I can easily push everything over to, right? Does my cloud provider have the ability to move everything as quickly as I want? You know, these are questions you have to answer. But first, you have to come up with a solution. You have to come up with the answer, and then you got to do a cost-benefit analysis as well. You can't have everything 100% redundant if you're on a tight budget. Although, I mean, of course, we want everything 100% up. So you need to find a way to figure out. You know, maybe I'll have one site in Toronto and one site in Quebec. You know, maybe I'll have one stateside, so, you know, I'll have one in Buffalo and another site in Toronto. My Buffalo site is a warm site, so then I can move everything. You know, I have kind of like an IaaS solution or a web solution there, but all I need to do is transfer my files, turn it up, and away you go. This is the benefits of the cloud. Or if I have multiple offices nationwide, maybe I can do data replication to each one of those sites, and all my data is protected. You know, and it doesn't only need to be disasters such as a hurricane or something. It could be something as simple as a ransomware. You know, and it's attacked all of your machines in Toronto, but I have backups in Montreal. I can pull out my backups from Montreal, you know, and restore my data. But it takes planning, it takes understanding. There are a lot of resources out there that you can follow. And I'll publish some of them. I'll put in the description below, like the NIST 800, I forget the rest, 1797, don't quote me on that. I think I had that wrong. But the National Institute of Standards has some recommendations for disaster recovery and disaster readiness and stuff like that. You know, it's unfortunate because when 9/11 struck in the US, there were a lot of companies that could not recover from that. They weren't prepared for such a disaster that some of them went under. Some of them just never recovered because they weren't ready. Disasters, whether man-made or natural, will happen. They're happening a lot more, and you need to be prepared. This isn't only a security. This is only a security construct. It's a, you know, running a business in 2017 is the new norm. You need to be prepared. If your business relies on any type of internet connectivity, and your data on your computers and your devices, all of those need a plan for what happens when that thing dies. I've dealt with too many businesses that say I have this one server and God forbid it blows up. And you're sitting there like, what do you mean your business is running on this one server that's 15 years old and the CPU fan is failing and it's, you know, I'm just hypothetical here, and it's sparking or something. You know, you have no plan if it dies, and you'd be surprised at how many times you get the kind of the deer in the headlights look like, I don't know exactly what would happen if I lost all this. So I thought I'd talk about that and the importance of preparing for incident response, preparing your disaster recovery plan, and business continuity plan. So if you have any questions or comments about this video or any one of my other videos, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. You can also visit me at SeanMancini.com. And for any other questions, you can email me, Sean@SeanMancini.com. Talk to you guys later. Bye.